Hi there, I'm Katy for RustiKate, and today I'm going to be making an edging with dimpled rings, and this is actually something that a viewer requested, so I'm really happy to be able to bring that to you today. I hope you enjoy this video. Alright, let's get started. Alright, we're going to try and do a couple different edgings with the dimpled ring today. The first one we're going to start out, we're just going to do a combination of dimpled rings and chains, and this would be an edging that you would attach to your project after you make it. So we're going to start out by making our first dimpled ring. We're going to do a count of 8 double stitches and then a picot. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we're going to make our picot just a normal size, and then we're going to do 2 more double stitches. So we have 8 double stitches and then 3 on this side of the picot. At this point we're going to slide our work off, but we're not going to close it yet. I'm going to adjust that tail thread, make it a little shorter. Okay, so you can see it's off, but it hasn't been closed. At this point I'm going to make 1 more double stitch, and I want to make sure that's really close to my tatting when I place the needle to make that next double stitch. And then I'm going to join to that picot that I made on this same ring. And then after the join, I'm going to do 8 more double stitches. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, now we're ready to close our work. So we're going to slide this off. I want to adjust how it's laying right there in that join, because that's going to form our dimple. And then we're going to thread our needle through that back loop and pull our work tight. Right like that. So there's our first dimpled ring. I'm going to make a knot. So at this point I'm going to make a chain. I'm going to reverse my work. I'm going to do a chain with a count of 4 and then a picot. And then 4 more. Slide it off my needle, shape it into my crescent shape, and tie a knot. Reverse my work. Place my needle and make my second dimpled ring. So same count, 8. I'll do this one a little bit faster. And then we're going to do our picot, and then our 2 more double stitches, so we have 3 double stitches on this side of the picot. Slide it off our needle, but don't close it. Place the needle closely to the tatting, make 1 more double stitch, join to that picot that we just made on the same ring, and then 8 more double stitches. And I'll do this kind of a little bit faster too. And if at any point the tatting's moving too fast, there is, if you're on your computer accessing this video, there's an option in the YouTube video player settings that you can go in and you can adjust the speed to slow it down or speed it up to whatever you need it to be. And I'm not sure if it's available for on viewing on your phone. All right, ready? Here we go. We're going to slide it off and close it this time. So we take it nice and slow because we want that dimpled area where the join is at to form. And then we're going to put our needle through that back loop to form our ring. Like that, pull it together, make a knot, right like that. Okay, so you can see how this is kind of coming together. I'll go ahead and make one more chain. So after my work is reversed, I like to do my special step, and I will include a link on this video to the directions for the special step in case you haven't tried it yet yourself. It's just something I like to do when I'm making my chains. Alright, so now I'm ready to go ahead and make my chain. I'm going to do the 4 double stitches, picot, and 4 double stitches. Form it into my crescent shape and make my knot. Okay, so that is a really basic edging that you could make with your dimpled rings, and then you could attach it just by stitching this picot onto your fabric edging, right like that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll cut this and tie it off, and then I will show you the next edging, a little bit more complicated edging. Alright, since we did the basic one, now we're ready to do a more advanced, a little bit more complicated edging. This time we're going to start out by doing a standard ring with 3 double stitches, 1 picot, 3 double stitches, 1 picot, 3 double stitches, 1 picot, and then closing our work. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. One picot, 3 more double stitches, 1 picot, 3 more double stitches, 1 picot, and 3 more double stitches. Alright, we're going to close our work to form our ring. Make a knot right at the top. Alright, now we're ready to make our chain, and our chain is going to be the same count as our ring. So we're going to do 3 double stitches picot, 3 double stitches picot, 3 double stitches picot, 3 double stitches. I'm going to reverse my work. Ready to slide it off my needle. Now this time I want it not to be so curved. I want it to be more of an open, straight chain. So I'm going to form it that way. I'm going to make sure it's nice and loose. I want it to be almost straight. So I'm going to place a knot in it when it's in. Let me get that laid out right so you can see it. Alright, so I want it in this shape. So while it's stretched out like that, I'm going to go ahead and put a knot at the top so it will hold its form. Put an extra knot just in case. There we go. Okay, now I don't need to reverse at this point. I'm just going to go ahead and make my next ring, and this ring is going to be my dimpled ring. So I'm going to do a count of 8 double stitches, And I'm going to make a picot, 3 more double stitches, I'm going to make a picot, and I'm going to do 3 double stitches on the other side of the picot. So I've got 2 and 3. Then I'm going to slide my work off my needle, but I'm not going to close it. Place my needle right close to my tatting, make 1 more double stitch, and I'm going to join to the same picot of the ring that I'm working on right now. And if you ever hear any funny noises in the background, I have both a dog and a baby in the room with me. So, alright, here we go. Alright, now we're going to make 8 more double stitches. Five, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Now we're ready to close our work. So slide that off our needle. We don't want to pull it too tight. We want to give ourselves some slack so we can adjust that little dimple that we just made between our joins. Then we're going to take our needle, pass it through our tail thread loop like we typically do to make a ring, and gently pull it together. If you pull it together slowly and gently, you can really have the time to adjust that dimple and get the shape that you want. Then I'm going to make a knot right like that. And this is my first dimpled ring. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my next chain. Again, no need to reverse your work. I'm going to do the chain at the same count as previously, so 3 double stitches between each picot. For 3 picots. And then we're ready to slide it off. Again, I want it to stay straighter and not have much of a curve to it, so I'll adjust it a little bit first. I'll hold it so it doesn't change the tension, and then I'll make a knot at the top. I usually like to make a double knot, so if you just do one, it can actually pull the tension tight and give you too much of an arch. So I'll straighten it out again, get it to about the height and length that I like, and then I'll make 1 more knot so it's a double knot and it'll hold it secure. At this point, since we're ready to make another standard ring, we will reverse our work. And then we'll start our ring. I'm going to do a count of 3 double stitches. But after I do the 3, I'm not going to make a picot, I'm actually going to join to that last picot of the previous ring made, right like that. And then I'm going to finish my ring up by doing 3 more double stitches, picot, 3 more double stitches, picot, and 3 more double stitches. So it's the same count as the previous ring if you count the join as a picot. Alright, now we're ready to close our work. And make a double knot. Okay, now I'm going to reverse my work. I'm going to do my special step, and if you haven't done my special step before, I will have a link to an instruction video attached to this video, so you can go and check it out. I just like to do it, it makes my tatting lay a little bit smoother. Alright, now we're ready for the next chain. Alright, and this chain is going to be a chain of, we're going to do 3 double stitches. And then we're going to join to that last picot of the last chain made. Going to make 3 more double stitches. Picot. 3 more double stitches. and then slide our work off. Right like that. Now we're ready to tie our knot. Reverse our work. And then we're going to make a ring again, and we'll make the ring in the same exact way that we did this previous ring. Joining to that previous picot, 3 more double stitches here, picot, 3 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, and close. And I'm using kind of a thick thread. This is a 10, but if you did this with a finer thread, even a 20, it would start to have even more of a lacy look, and it would be really pretty. If you did this with like a size 80 thread, then it would be really delicate and really beautiful. All right, I'm making my special step again. All right, so now we're ready to make our next chain. We're going to do the same count as this one over here. So we're going to do 3 double stitches, but then we're going to join it to this free picot of the last chain made. And then we're going to do 3 more double stitches, picot, 3 more double stitches, picot, 3 more double stitches, and then we're going to slide it off our needle. Again, when it comes to these ones, we don't really want it in an arch shape too much, so we're going to make it nice and loose. Make that first knot, check and make sure it's holding its shape, and then make that second knot to make it secure. Alright, so here is what it looks like at this point, and from here on you're just going to repeat what we've already done. You'd go from this point to right here, so you're going to make this ring again, and then chain, ring, and then back to the start again. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Please like and comment on this video, and subscribe if you haven't done that already. And when you do subscribe, make sure and hit that notification bell so you get notified when new content is posted. Thanks for watching again. I'll see you next time.